Good morning. It's Thursday, the 18th of January, 2018. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk. Nice and early this morning. When I was... Excuse me, when I just put up the little note say that the show's starting at 9:15, my sister answered, said, "You're early." Yeah, I'm not one of those people that can wake up and just lay there in bed. I've got a television in the bedroom, actually. Which I use as an alarm clock. I do watch sometimes a little bit of television before I go to sleep. So I might go out of bed. I just see what's happening on the news because I like to be well informed. Do you? I like to know what's happening in the news. So I might put the telly on and see what's happening in the news last thing at night before I drift off to another world. I've been having some very interesting dreams recently. Yes, one of the dreams that I've had recently was that I was going to get married again to the same lady that I got married to last time. And it was such a disaster. It really was. I won't talk about it on here because I never think it's very fair for sort of only one side of the story. Do you see what I mean? But it was absolutely a total disaster. Anyway, so I'm on a road on my way to get married again. And I knew, and this is the second time, yeah? And I knew it was an absolute mistake and I didn't want to do it. And I was thinking, I don't know how to get out of this. How on earth am I going to get out of it? My mum and dad's going to be there. Well, I wouldn't be there, of course, because they're in another world themselves now. But my mum and dad's going to be there. If I don't turn up, what will they do? If I was to ring them now, what would they do? Would they tell my ex-wife stroke future wife that I'd changed my mind and I wasn't going to come? Or will they just quietly go? And then what will I do? You know, because if I don't turn up, the family will probably come over and beat me up or something like that, or seek me out. What if I go away somewhere and hide from it all for a few months until it all blows over and then it'll probably be all right again? I'm driving along this road and I don't know what to do. Anyway, I've pulled over into sort of there's like I can see it in my head. There's like the main road and then there's like another road that goes like that, okay, with a pub there. And then that road is like the sort of parking for the pub, and then it rejoins the main road like a siding on a railway. So I've pulled into this main road and I think I went into the pub and I came back out of the pub. I didn't have a drink, got back into the car and got back on the road, and I needed to turn round the other way, but I couldn't see where to turn around. And I'm now going up this road, and there are now two lanes, and I don't think I can remember anymore. The two lane, yes, I can. So I'm in one of these two lane dual carriageway, and I actually don't know how to get to the wedding, although I don't want to go. Isn't that a weird dream? So that was the other day. And I had another dream yesterday afternoon, because I always have a couple of hours sleep in the afternoon. I can't remember what that was. That was something to do with the world. So that was my dream yesterday. Anyone suggest? Anyone know what that could mean? It's all very strange and mysterious. That's what it is, strange and mysterious this morning. That was my dream last night. So in reply to my sister who says I'm up early, yeah, because I don't want another dream like that. Why would you want to get married to the same person when the first time round it was a total disaster? I suppose people do that though, don't they? You know, they get married. My sister got married twice. She won't mind me telling you that. To the same person. You know, it's nice to find the love again, I suppose, afterwards, after it's perhaps gone wrong a little bit, and then they remarried again, which is we had a second wedding. I walked my sister down the aisle. Da, 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 da. Oh, I hope that one day I'm walked down the aisle by someone, anyone, to be honest. Sometimes I'm watching the telly. I must admit, I'm sort of reasonably sort of happy on my own, but I do watch the telly sometimes, and boy meets girl type thing, and tall dark stranger comes in, they meet and romantically kiss in a doorway or something like that. Nothing rude or crude or anything like that, and it's all nice. And they go off holding hands, and I think, oh, I wish that was me. Do you as well? Let's say hello to some early people who are with us this morning. Good morning to Shahid, who's with us on Periscope Live. Good morning, Shahid. James Clark gets the first message in this morning. Good morning, James. Hope you're well. Kevin Bell, good morning, Kevin. Merlin's there, morning, Merlin. Mary, non-Irish Mary, good morning. Mary always puts good morning. I don't hear you moan a lot, actually, Mary. Only when you're drunk, darling. You do a lot. You do a lot of moaning when you're drunk. Good morning, Kevin Bell's making you a cup of tea. PG tips? PG tips, I would imagine. You have a nice cup of PG tips this morning. Good morning to Alan Bailey, who's in Tokyo. Good morning, Alan. He's recently been to Rome. He's on a little bit of a holiday at the moment. I think he was saying they stopped in Rome for a day or two, so he's seen various things in there. A highly recommended holiday. Rome, if you like architecture and good food. Okay, don't go where the tourists go. Seek out the places where the Italians go, and you'll get some wonderful food in Rome. When I went there with my friend, I think it was about 3 years ago now, we stayed at a converted convent, and it was lovely. It was very basic, but everything was there that you could want. It wasn't. You go into like a hotel, some hotels, say for example in Dubai. Okay, the really nice hotels, and it's all marble and shiny gold metal and all that business. It wasn't like that in this converted convent, but it was lovely. It had little narrow windows like this, and it was very comfortable, absolutely spotless. I can't remember the name of the hotel, but it was up a very steep sort of cobbled road. And the thing is, in Rome, everyone seems to have a moped. And there are hundreds and hundreds of mopeds, driven very well. Not like the people here who drive them all over the place. They drive them really well. And also, when you look at the cars in Rome, they're all dented. No one seems to bother fixing their cars. And I'm not surprised, because when you watch them park, then you're like, bang, bang, bang. There's so much to see and do there. There really is. The Vatican, which unfortunately Alan didn't get time to go and see, will blow you away if you ever go in there. And you need to get there early. You need to check out the opening time and be there for that time. Don't leave it till 10 o'clock. Okay? Don't be having a lay-in or anything like that, because you're queued for ages and ages. Hour and a half. And it is just a thing of our day and age, unfortunately. You do have to go through a metal detector. So you've got any, metal legs or super gold fillings that will set off the metal detector. And what happens? If the metal detector detects a gold tooth, the Pope comes running out of his little room and rips it out of your head for the collection plate. He has an audience there each week, and he appears at a tiny little window. You'll be very lucky to see him, because the whole of St. Peter's Square is absolutely ram-packed with people. It really is. I mean, it's a big place. Ram-packed with people it is, and you'd get to see him there. So Alan at the moment is in... he comes along generally to our karaoke nights. He's a really nice fella. Plays pool down the end. Sometimes sings a little bit of karaoke. He does stuff from the Rocky Horror Show, usually, which I've never seen. I've never seen the attraction of that show. It's strange, isn't it? Very, very hugely popular. But for me, the Rocky Horror Show doesn't quite do it for some reason. Although I've never seen it, maybe I should go and see it really. But I've heard like Sweet Transvestite and the other one, God, I can't remember the blooming name of the song now. What is it? I'm astounding. That one. Let's do the Time Warp. The Time Warp, that's the other one, isn't it? I've heard that so many times over the years. Mind you, I've heard the Abba medley so many times over the years, and I still like that. But the Rocky Horror Show, not quite for me. So I hope you have a lovely time in Tokyo. Isn't there a Disney in Tokyo? I gather it's a really good one. The Disney in Tokyo is really good. And gadgets. Hong Kong is Tokyo, isn't it? Gadgets. There's that is the place to get new gadgets. Oh, you've got to bring something back. Piece of new technology, please, Alan, as a gift. You know, don't go too mad. Nothing over the price of £1,000. Don't go too mad, my friend. All right. Have a wonderful time there. Good morning to... Let's have a look there. Yes, PG tips Kevin's having. You can't go wrong with PG tips. That's all right. Yorkshire tea's a very good one. That's not expensive. Yorkshire tea, I don't know if you can get that there. Good morning to Andy Baker. Let's have a look. Ray Reynolds is with us this morning. Ray was at the quiz night last night. A wonderful quiz last night. We have a quiz every Wednesday, boys and girls. You must come and join us. It was such a nice atmosphere in there last night. The manager was in last night as well, Barry. So if you're ever in North London, come along to quiz night at the King's Head Theatre Pub on Wednesday nights, 8:30. It's a £30 bar tab to be won, okay, which you can't spend on that night. You have to come back and spend it on another night. £30 bar tab top prize. Second prize is a bottle of wine. It's 4 rounds of questions, okay? So it's 2 lots of questions, a picture round and a music round. That's how we do it. Starts at 8:30, finishes at 10:30. It's a nice, easy night. And best of all, it's completely free to play. You don't pay to enter the quiz. It's part of your, you know, we just include it in the price of your drinks, if you see. I mean, the drinks are not more expensive, but that's it. So do come along on a Wednesday night. Last night, a fantastic quiz, as I say. A team that have been a lot of times. They don't come every week, sort of once every 3-4 weeks. A sort of youngish team. I suppose they're about 26 to 30 years old, and they won for the first time last night. And when you get a team who constantly support you like that and they win, and it's great. I was so pleased, and they were so pleased. They're a fairly quiet team, you know. There's some people like that shout stuff at you all the time, which is all part of the fun, you see. All part of the fun. We don't take it too seriously. You know me, we don't do serious. Serious is boring. Serious creates rows. We don't do serious. We do fun. And they're a nice team, and they sit there quietly and have a little chat with me now and again, and they won. So good luck to them. Ray Reynolds, there were 7 teams there last night. Reasonably sized, not massive teams, but reasonably sized teams. Generally, there were about 4 people per team. And the bar staff played as well last night. The bar staff haven't played for ages. They played last night and came last. I mean, how embarrassing is that? The bar staff, and they had help as well. Sometimes people in the quiz who are in the pub help the quiz teams. Now, that's okay. That's not cheating. Cheating is when you get out a mobile phone and start looking at answers. And we've got a rule that says if you are seen using a mobile phone while the questions are happening, you come out of the round. That's it. I no longer go over in there and say, what are you looking at? You know, or I think you're cheating, because that just creates rows. I've worked that one out now. No, we're not. And they lie. Actually, it doesn't happen there. It's only happened there a couple of times. It rarely happens there that I catch anyone cheating. It used to happen a lot in Hammersmith Belushes, where I did a quiz about 3 years ago, and I would catch people cheating. And literally, you know, they're sitting there and I'm walking around. I would stand behind them for about 2 minutes, and I'm watching them over their shoulder like this, over their phone, tap, 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 and you can see what's on the phone, checking out answers and pictures and things like that. And you say, what are you looking at? And they quickly turn it, I wasn't cheating. Well, yes, you was. I wasn't, honestly. I tell them I wasn't cheating. And they lie, and they lie, and they lie. And I've been standing there bloody well watching them. So now we've changed that slightly. So now it's a case of, if you are using your mobile phone, laptop, tablet, anything like that, while the quiz is going on, while I'm reading the questions, then you come out of that round. We don't accuse you of cheating, but the rule is, if you're using something, then they can't turn around and say, oh, are you saying I'm cheating and all this old business. Load of old. I mean, for the sake of a £30 bar tab anyway. But at the King's Head Theatre Bar, it tends not to happen there. So nice like last night. Unfortunately, Ray Reynolds' team was fifth. Fifth. You know Ray Reynolds is the one that plays the ukulele on our wonderful karaoke streams that we do twice a week here on the United Kingdom Talk, Mondays and Fridays from about 8:30. Ray Reynolds, his team, I think, out of, I don't know how many times it's been to the quiz now, out of 10 visits, I think they won 9 times. So last night they didn't win. Not only did they didn't win, they weren't second, third, fourth. They were fifth. Oh, hang on, I'm just having a deja vu. This has happened before. Something's going to happen now. It won't happen now because I've remembered it. Do you get that? Deja vu? I mean, I think, if I remember rightly, when this happened before, an asteroid came flying through the window. I don't see an asteroid. It's very nice and bright out this morning. You can see in through the... Here, look at this. Look how lovely it is out there. It's so bright that the window's all whited out, hasn't it? Whited out. I hope you won't consider that a racial discrimination comment there, eh? Don't want the people moaning, dear. Oh, why did you say it was white outside? That's really offensive. I love it. So, congratulations to the winning team last night, and my commiserations to Ray Reynolds' team, who became fifth. That's fifth out of seventh. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's only 2 below them. Unlucky, Ray, but it was nice to have you there. We did have a laugh last night. Came home last night. I had my dinner. I had, what did I have last night? Corn burgers and baked beans before I went to bed, and watched a little bit more of Victoria, which I'm enjoying at the moment. I've got to episode 5, series 1, episode 5. And Victoria has just asked Albert to marry her. Oh, and it's all lovely and sweet. And I'm watching it with a tear in my glass eye. I really am. Oh, if you've never seen Victoria, it's great. I meant to watch it the first time around. I think it's been out about 2 years now, isn't it? And I started watching it at my mate's house because he had it all on his Sky recording thing boxing that he's got, and I only got to sort of 2 episodes, and then I've kind of got out of the swing of it, so I'm watching that at home. And now I don't know how many episodes there are. I gather there has been a second series on, which was on last year, so I'll be watching that as well, and I love it. Do you watch Victoria or The Crown on Netflix? I highly recommend Netflix. Kevin also says, I don't see either what people see in the Rocky Horror. No, I don't. It's not for me. You know, I think it's one of those things that you like or you don't like. Most people, I think, probably do like the Rocky Horror Show, but it's not for me. All those fishnet stockings and all that, dear. I mean, I don't mind wearing them myself in public. I've got a lovely pair of white fishnet stockings that sometimes I put on, Kevin, and I look at myself in front of a mirror for a while, and then I take them off again and put them in front of the cupboard. You know, I don't wear them to church or anything like that. Although it's not an unusual thing for men to wear stockings. I know that builders wear stockings. Did you know that? Oh, yes. To keep their little pretty legs warm. Many builders do wear stockings. That's absolutely true, that is. And vests and things like that. At one point, I'll be honest with you, I should have had a bra, but I don't need one anymore. No, not since the weight has gone. Thank you very much. Yes. Adam, the plumber, I don't know if he's with us this morning. He's had a little bit of a bad news at the Slimming World yesterday, but only a small bit of bad news. Next week, it'll be gone again. So congratulations, Adam. Get it sorted next week, my friend. Good morning to Andy Baker, who says, give me Mamma Mia any day. I've seen Mamma Mia twice. Mamma Mia, here I go again. Mama, how can I resist you? See, I could have done the lead role. I could have done the lead role, couldn't I? I've seen Mamma Mia in London, fantastic, and New York, fantastic. But the audiences, the London audience, the songs come on, you know, at the end of the show when they do a medley of Abba hits. We're all up dancing, aren't we? Money, money, which is one of my karaoke tunes, that is Money, Money, Money. Money, 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 must be funny, in a rich man's world, and Waterloo and all that. And we're all singing and dancing. In New York, they sat there And I'm like, why isn't it? Because it was the New York. I saw the New York one sometime after I'd been to the London one, and I'm like, is anyone going to get? No one got up and danced. Now the New York theatre crowds are, if you don't mind me saying so, and if you're in New York, don't be offended by this, but they're a bit odd. They just sit there. It was the same at a Barry Manilow concert that I went to see at St James's Theatre for my 50th. Went to the New York St James's Theatre. Barry's on there. And generally at a Barry Manilow concert, certainly here in London, whatever venue you go to, the dancey tunes, people get up and they have a little bit of a jig around in front of their seat. Not in New York. They just sat there. They appeared to be enjoying it and clapping and all that business, but they didn't dance. Very, very strange and mysterious they are, the New York theatre crowd. I had a friend in New York, I haven't spoken to her for some time now, a wonderful lady called Suko, and she said, no, that is what the New York audience is like. The New York theatre goers are very like that. They're very withdrawn. No, not withdrawn. They're very, calm and collected. They just sit there and watch. Don't really join in. Strange, really. Which is a shame. I think they're missing out on something there. Good morning to Heidi. There's a Hilton on Park Lane. Thank you, Heidi. Who went to the Rocky Horror Show when it was at the theatre, and I dressed up in my fishnets and high heels and took my newspaper for the raining part. Oh, do I need a pair of high heels as well? Do you think I should buy a pair of those, Heidi? To wear only in private, of course. I don't think I could wear women's clothes out. Although I gather you get all the nice fellas if you're wearing that sort of stuff. Is that right, Heidi? Huh? Alan says, "Oh, thank you very much, Alan. He's gonna look for a technical for a piece of tech for me, aren't you, Alan? In the techie district, there might have to be more like 1,000 yen than 1,000 quid. I don't know how much 1,000 yen is. I have no idea how much that is. 1,000 yen is that's probably about 10 quid, is it, or something like that? No, don't worry yourself. You spend the money on yourself, my friend. All right. Good morning to Julian Clark. Morning, Julian. Hope it's nice and warm where you are today. Hello to Melinda from the United States. It's her first time here, I think. Good morning, Melinda. Welcome to our little show. We're only here for about half hour in the morning. Let's have a look. Mary used to live in Shoto Shibuya. Shibuya. I'm trying to do it with kind of a Chinese accent, because it's China now, isn't it? Tokyo is now China. Check out the Motown Bar in Roppongi. Motown, is it like playing all Motown hits? I love Motown. Oh, yeah. You can't hurry, love. Stop. In the name of love. It takes two, baby. It takes two, baby. Just you and me. Oh, I love Motown. Love Motown. Good morning to Gary Butler, International. Morning, Gary. Hope you're well this morning. I've got to sort your holiday out today. It's Thursday morning. Got to pay for that today. Merlin says New York theatre goers seem a bit more uptight. Yeah, I think that's the word, uptight. They do seem to be uptight. That is not a criticism of them. They are just like that. They're very critical, shall we say, critical. And far be it for me to ever criticise anyone or anything. Would I do such a thing? No. Absolutely not. He also says they take a dim view of idiots who don't turn their phones off, yet some of them insist that they need to eat all the way through it. They just shove those sweets in their mouth. That's just rude, having your mobile phone on in a public place like a theatre or a church or a cinema. We have phones going off in church. Oh, you want to see the priest, Father David's face when a phone goes off? He just stops. So he could be reading something out, I don't know. Through him, with him. And he doesn't look up. He just continues to look down. And then carries on again. You would feel that big if your phone rang up, went off in the Corpus Christi in Wokingham when Father David is doing the Mass. I'm telling you that now. Good morning, Mark, who's often to see Tina the musical. Oh, wonderful. Tina, who's on in Vegas at the moment? Anyone who knows on New Vegas? Because Barry Manilow is supposed to be going back to Vegas to do a run of shows. That is the rumours. We haven't got anything sort of guaranteed yet. But Vegas, Barry Manilow going back to Vegas, which I'm very excited about. Good. So last night, another thing I saw on the telly, and I was amazed by this. Amazed. It was a little recording that I think over the Christmas period it was on. It's some sort of BBC holiday programme. And it is hosted by a blind man. And he's a nice chap. And he's got his walking stick. And he goes to different places. The particular episode I saw was he went to Bethlehem. And as I say, you see him going up the steps and he's got his stick, click, click, as they go to stick left and right, left and right, left and right. And he gets to places, right, well, what's this then? And he tries to work out what it is himself. And people generally help him. And to move from Israel to Palestine, you have to go through like this gate. If you've ever been on a New York subway, you know those gates that go all the way, not like on a London Underground where you've just got the one barrier in the middle. They go right the way up. There's no way you can get through. So you've got to go through one of these click, click, click gate things. And then you're kind of in a cage as you go from one country to the other. Because there's a lot of trouble between the two countries. We're not going there, but, that's the way it is. So as you're going, you have to go through this gate. And the bloke went before him, and then he got to it. And as this gate's coming round, because it's all bits of metal, it smacked him in the mouth. I thought, that must have blooming hurt. That must have really hurt. Anyway, so he's gone through the other side, and then he goes to talk to someone. I need to get a cab to Bethlehem to the Church of the Nativity. And they put him in a car, and at the other end, someone meets him. And it was absolutely fascinating. It shows you going in the little church that is built around where Jesus is supposed to have been born. And there's a little star on the floor. And he gets down on his hands and knees and feels everything. I was amazed at that. And what an excellent idea of the BBC to give a travel show to a blind man. He can't see what we are luckily able to see, but he doesn't appear to lose anything through not being able to see it. He feels, he smells, he listens. How wonderful is that? I don't know what the programme is called, to be honest, but might be worth you checking that one out. I don't know if it's still available on the BBC iPlayer if you're in the UK, but it's a wonderful programme. If anyone knows what that particular one is called, do let us know, okay? Because I can't remember what it's called, and I'd like to see the other shows as well. He did Jerusalem as well. And when I went to Israel a couple of years ago, Jerusalem is such a mishmash of different religions and peoples all coming together in the old city, and it's just wonderful. It really is. If you ever get the chance to go to Israel, please do. It's just, everything is history. Everything you ever learnt about at school, whether or not you believe it, whether or not you're religious, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's all there. It's all there. You got your Christian churches, your Jewish things all around, the mountain where all the Jews pay a fortune to get buried because they're next to a hill, I believe, and that's where they believe God is going to come again, on this hill. So they all want to be buried there. Costs you an arm and a leg to bury there. And of course they've got the big mosque there. It's all there. It's all there, and it's wonderful, wonderful to go and see it all. Let's have a look. Celine Dion. Oh, is she really? Is she in Vegas at the moment? Wow. But she's having voice issues and has cancelled some shows. Oh, does she sing live? I don't know. I suppose she does sing live if she's cancelled some of the songs. A lot of the artists, certainly the newer ones, sing. They're just miming over tracks. That's just how it works, one of those things. Good morning, Evan. Morning to you, sir. You're a bit late joining us this morning, aren't you? My word, nearly finished. And I can't hang around too late today because yesterday I rang the dentist. As soon as I finished the show, now get this, I rang the dentist. Now, I rang the dentist back in November. And at that point, I didn't have my calendar, my Barry Manilow calendar, on the wall, as provided by the lovely Wendy Young. Thank you, Wendy. There's the new Barry Manilow calendar. It's a nice picture, isn't it? of him smiling, as he always does. Do you think he smiles like that in real life all the time? I bet he doesn't. I'm sure he doesn't. We all have miserable off days. Me, not me. Permanently happy 24 hours a day. I tell you that. Poor Evan's been up all night. Bad gals. Hope you didn't do any damage to your dishes, did you? Evan he's an astrophysicist. Spends a lot of time looking at stars and sends me pictures of nebulas and things. Beautiful nebulas and things like that. All these different colours. So I rang the dentist in November and they said, we're now booking through to January. 2 months. All right. I said, I haven't got my new calendar here. I said, I'll have to. She said, wait till you get your new calendar and give us a ring back. Okay, so I did that. So I've had my new calendar a while. And you know how it is. You know how difficult it is to pick up the phone and ring the dentist. Am I right? I'll leave it till tomorrow. I don't want to ring today. I'm not feeling brave enough to see the dentist yet. Not yet. And shall I pick it? Oh, no, I do it tomorrow. It's a bit like that, ringing the dentist. Well, I've had this calendar now from sort of early December, to be honest. And I just rung them yesterday. And get this. Yes, we can do tomorrow morning at 11:05. Wow. Not even 24 hours ahead. So very impressed with that. So I'm going to see Mo the dentist at Bracknell Dental Centre in just over an hour's time. And it's just your checkup. Needs a little bit of a clean, I expect. I hate that ultrasound thing. Or that hurts my teeth. Does it you? That really hurts my teeth. That ultrasound. Oh, I hate that. And and when they start scraping your teeth with the rusty nail thing. Yeah, not keen on that myself. So that's what I'm doing today. A little bit of shopping as well. And there we are. That's my news so far, boys and girls. Okay. Very important. Have you got WhatsApp? Now, I have got WhatsApp. I don't use it much. I don't know why. A lot of people send messages and pictures and stuff on that on WhatsApp. For some reason, I don't use it that much. But there's 2 alerts this morning in the Daily Mail. Fresh, and you see these scams all the time. And you must see people cutting and pasting them onto Facebook all the time. You know the scam, do not accept any messages from Mr. Jones Awawa because he is a hacker. And if you open this message, you will be hacked and all your bank details and all that old stuff. Oh, the times I see people cutting and pasting that on their wall because they don't check them out. They don't check them out. And generally, you can take a couple of lines, just copy a couple of lines, put them into your browser, click enter, and it will come up as a hoax. So, do check your stuff before you copy and paste it without even thinking about it, because it does make you look really stupid, copy and pasting stuff that means nothing at all. Do at least check it out first, okay? But on the Daily Mail this morning, it says, fresh warnings have been issued over a WhatsApp scam that tricks users into paying a subscription for using the message app. Now, here's another one of those hoaxes, right? You must have seen the one on Facebook that appears every few months telling you that Facebook are going to start charging for their service. And if you copy and paste this to 10 of your friends, you won't be charged. You know the sort of thing. Scam after fake scam after fake news. Fake news. It's all fake news. Fake news. It's all fake news. Have I got fake news? Hang on. It's all fake news. Just a minute. Fake news. It's all fake news.
We are fighting the fake news. It's fake, phony, fake. A few days ago, I called the fake news the enemy of the people. And they are. They are the enemy of the people. They're very dishonest people. That I called the fake news the enemy of the people. The fake news.
Fake news.
And now I'm saying, oh, no, this is no good. But you are fake news. But I am only against the fake news media or press. Fake.
So be aware of these fake news things that you keep copying and pasting and not even checking them out. It really makes you look silly. It does. But this one, it says fresh warnings have been issued over a WhatsApp scam that tricks users into paying a subscription for using the messaging app. The scam, which surfaced last year, charges users 99 pence to renew their subscription. Now, Of course, 99 pence is not an awful lot of money, but nevertheless, it's 99 pence that you shouldn't be spending out. Twitter users have taken to the social network to ask about the scam. The message also contains instructions to receive a lifetime subscription for a small fee and being used by criminals to trick people into providing their payment details. One such message says, WhatsApp are starting to charge for your app now. Got text saying 99p. Has anybody else had this? So one of the messages that is coming up, it says your subscription has expired. To verify your account and purchase a lifetime subscription, just go to this link, and they'll probably go to the link and it'll ask you for your details and all that. And people put it in, and I think the scammers in this case have been quite cleverer than normal, because let's be honest, if you see something like that and it says for lifetime subscription will cost you £99, you'll probably check it out. For 99 pence you might think to yourself, oh it's only £1, I'll do that now. Click click click, they've got £1. And quite possibly because the amount is so small, that will pull more people into the net. And you don't need to, because it's free. You shouldn't be clicking these links. Action Fraud, the UK's National Fraud and Cybercrime Reporting Centre, has warned users not to fall for it. Long-term users of WhatsApp will remember paying a 99 pence annual fee to use the messaging service. I don't remember that. Did you ever pay for that? I never paid for WhatsApp. In 2016, it says it was scrapped by Facebook, who took over running the company after buying it for £11.4 billion. Wow. These numbers of the amount of money that companies spend taking over each other is just, you can't imagine that amount of money, can you? £11 billion. You, probably like me, would be very happy with $1 million, with $1 million or maybe $2 million. I don't want to be gritty. Say $2 million, because we've got inflation. We're £2 million. What would I do with £2 million? I pay my mortgages off, because I've got a few mortgages. I pay my mortgages off, although they're not too bad at all. I'd buy a place near my sister as well, and I'd have a driver as well, so I wouldn't have to drive. I'd pay someone to drive me around, and I'd have a big car, so that if I wanted to, I could I'm just going in the back for a sleep. I'd have a proper bed there, not just a chair that goes down. I'd have a John Lewis £2,500 mattress in the back with John Lewis mattress topper on the top as well. So that on my trips to my sister, I'd have my driver at the front there. 3 hours in the car, just get in the back and go to sleep. Just like being on business class in a plane. That's what I do. As well as paying off mortgages of my nieces and nephews, perhaps helping them with their businesses, and my other nephew, perhaps if he wanted to expand what he does, because he buys and sells stuff, my other nephew. He gets stuff, fixes it, broken stuff, like generally lawnmowers. He does a lot of lawnmowers. He buys lawnmowers, does them up, sells them on for a profit. I'd get him like a unit or something like that to do that in. Anyway, the story goes on. Since 2016, the service has been free for every user. Well, I never paid for it. I don't remember ever paying for WhatsApp. While late adopters of the service might look at the email below and simply brush it off, long-term users will remember paying and could quite easily think that the app has gone back to a subscription model and got caught out. Well, you would never need to pay for WhatsApp. There's too many other little things now that are free of charge, wouldn't it? If they started charging, you just go on to something else, wouldn't you? The message reads, your subscription has expired. To verify your account and purchase a lifetime subscription for just 99 pence, simply tap on this link and it says people who have received the message should delete it immediately. Action Fraud as represents. So remember that one. Just keep an eye on that one, boys and girls, okay, for those of you that use WhatsApp, sending little pictures backwards and forwards. Let's have a look. Here we are. Julian says, how to deal with a dentist. Grab his or her and calmly say, well, you're not going to hurt each other, are we? Good morning, Richard. Morning to you, Richard. Alrighty, I've got to get ready for my dentist now, so let's do today's birthdays and then we shall disappear. Good morning and happy birthday today to Timothy Thomas. Hello, Timbo. Timothy Thomas, happy birthday to you, sir, today. 58 years old. I've known Tim for must be 30 years now. Happy birthday to I haven't seen him for a while. He now and again, very rarely, sort of once every couple of years, pops his head round the door and comes and sings at the karaoke. He used to have his own restaurant and has done very well for himself. Happy birthday to you, Tim, okay? Good morning to Lord Dean-Burr, 37 years old today, recent married to his lovely husband. Happy birthday to you, Lord Dean. Okay, 37 today. I must come and visit your beautiful home. I like visiting stately homes. I like doing afternoon teas in stately homes and that sort of thing. So I must come to visit you sometime. If I'm invited, of course. Look at me inviting myself. Invited myself. Hope I can bring my little camera and do your beautiful house. So happy birthday to Lord Dean-Burr, 37 today. Janet Gibbs, mother of Danny Gibbs. Happy birthday, Janet. I hope to meet you someday, my darling. All right. Happy birthday, Janet. Chantel Marcia Tazadetan. Happy birthday to you, Chantel. Adam Lee. Adam Lee, 34 today. Another one who comes along to the karaoke occasionally. Happy birthday, Adam. Bobby Rocking is 41 years old today. DJ extraordinaire Bobby. Happy birthday. Mark. Hello, Mark. 51 today. The original Two Brewers. DJ, aren't you, sir? Mark Monroe Ulrich is 51 today. I didn't know he was younger than me. I remember the very first time I came into the Two Brewers and the DJ was in the other side. And you were there in all your denim and I thought you were gorgeous. What happened? That is 30 years ago, isn't it, Mark? You had a good time DJing as well. Happy birthday to you, sir. Happy birthday 45 to Angie Florence, 45 years old today. Mark Rabjohns is 56 years old today. A lot of over 50s today, haven't we? A lot of over 50s. Barigye Vincent Company. Happy birthday to you, sir. And David Paul as well. Happy birthday, David. And Paula Pure. Paula Pure is 41 years old today. What a lot of birthdays we got today. So let us sing the song.
We are fighting the fake news. It's fake. We are fighting the fake.
I've done that one already, haven't I? Yes, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Just a quick hello to someone on YouTube as well. Good morning to How To this morning. That's his name on YouTube, How To. Thanks so much for joining us this evening, this morning, boys and girls. I'm off to the dentist very, very shortly now. I shall brush my teeth very carefully, and then I'll let you know how I get on later on or tomorrow. Have a lovely Thursday, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye now.